2 companies in one day going out of business? Wow, things have really gone from bad to worse. Raven Transportation and Arnold Transportation. Both have gone under in the last 5 days. Let's talk about it. Arnold Transportation, number 1 on our list today. 92-year-old trucking company from Grand Prairie, Texas, files for bankruptcy liquidation. 402 power units and 341 drivers are left without a job. A little history about Arnold Transportation. In 2022, they were bought out by Pride Group Logistics. Here we are 2 and a little bit years later, and they have declared bankruptcy, okay? Liquidation of all their assets. So Arnold Transportation had a couple of companies under them. One of them is Parker Global Enterprises, Parker Transport Co., and DVP Holding Corp. So the 3 of them, okay, combined collectively, all 3 of them have filed for Chapter 7 liquidation in the US. So what they stated in the court filings is that Arnold Transportation has not been profitable and that Pride Group Logistics has been funding their operation. So as the company is coming out at a loss, they're taking out of the Pride Group and they're trying to fill in the losses of Arnold Transportation. At some point, you're going to call it quits because not only did the main company now go under, which is Pride Group Logistics, but now Arnold Transportation has also sunk. So until the pandemic, they were extremely profitable, but after that, things went sideways in the entire industry, and the family-owned company was unable to pay its debts. So it's how deep are your pockets? I mean, you can see that just like a lot of other trucking companies are trying to hold on, they're barely holding on, but at some point they just call it quits, or they just don't have the money to continue at this pace. So the head company, Pride Group Logistics, went under, and now sinking Arnold Transportation has gone under also after 2.5 years. What does this teach us? Well, it definitely teaches me something. Stay in your lane. I mean, if you're in trucking, continue with trucking. If you are a leasing company, and I think that's the realization that they came to, that the leasing company is profitable. That's what they were in business for. They had the dealerships, the leasing companies, and as they started to acquire the trucking companies and went into the trucking arm of it, I think that's what sunk them the most, is the fact that they went into trucking. Okay, that their leasing side is profitable and was profitable, but the second they started acquiring companies, the second they started going into trucking, that's what kind of took them under. So to the drivers, okay, there was no warnings to the drivers. I don't know if the signs are there. I haven't received anything that the signs were there or any messages came across, but there was no warnings to the drivers. They were all just laid off without warning. So as we continue reporting, there is a common denominator between all these companies that are going under. So the no warning part is definitely something that's happening to a lot of these trucking companies. As they start reporting more and more on closures, I see that the drivers are getting left, in some cases stranded, in some cases they're coming home, and then that's when they're getting their emails or their mail or letters saying that, that as of today, effective immediately, we are no longer running operations. So I definitely see that as a common denominator. Now we'll report on the other company. The second trucking company we're going to quickly talk about is Raven's Transport. Apparently they had 2 fleets. The fleet in Jacksonville, Florida has ceased its operation. 57 drivers, 83 total employees have been laid off. They did not provide a reason for shutting down, but I will report a little bit more in detail on a later video on what happened with them. But common denominator between a lot of these companies that are going down: number 1, high cost of fuel; number 2, high interest rates; number 3, equipment. Okay, cost of equipment has skyrocketed over the last 2 years. We're still paying off for equipment that we bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and 4 years ago, and also last year. So if you did buy equipment at a very, very hefty price, at a premium, which is what things were selling for 2 years ago and last year, so those companies are starting, the interest rates are high on that equipment, so the monthly fees are really, really taking a toll on a lot of these companies, and at some point their overhead is just more than what they're billing. So the biggest problem is that the amount that we're billing for the same service that we used to provide 2 years ago is a lot less. If we used to bill $4 or $4.25 a mile 3 years ago or 2 years ago, today we are billing at $2.20, $2.10, $2.05, when you can see that the national average on the open market is about $2 per mile for the entire month of April. So it's really, really taking a toll on a lot of these companies. All right, guys, so if you're enjoying this content, please help us out and this channel. Join us in our YouTube membership membership program. We would really appreciate the help. We love what we're doing, but we also need your support, and we would like to share more content with you guys. But in order to do that, we really need your support. So sign up to that membership program. Now, guys, also, if you join our membership program, there is our dispatch course that is posted online. It's a 9-hour course that a lot of you guys have been asking. We've been working on it for about 9 months now. We've been working on this dispatch course. So it is live, up and running. Okay, so if you just click the join button for the membership program, you'll have access to that dispatch course. Okay, now if you are aware of trucking companies that are going down or that are having a tough time, that we should be keeping an eye out on them, please put them in the comments below and help other drivers that are in the same boat, that those drivers, those innocent drivers that have lost their jobs. So please, guys, comment down below some trucking companies' names that are having difficulties. I'm Ronen, Ronen, and I'll catch you in my next video.